All right, everyone, welcome back for another episode of Carnivore Trades. Today is Monday, June 17th, 2024. If you're not done so already, please give the video a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Come find me on carnivoretrades.com for swing trading alerts, analysis, and live day trading. Anyways, let's get into it today here. Another melt up day, and again, multiple winners here in both services. 3 in swing service and 2 in the live day trading room, although we did take a little paper cut on a scalp as well. Again, got some new services up, updating our GEX feed as well, and I'm loving it here. We have now IV ratio, call IV spreads, and largest legs here, and that's already been helping out a lot. They are targeting 5,500 right now, as you can see here. Third largest. We're still got that 54.85 pin going on, but they could take us up there if they want to just slam it through at the end of the day to get that out of the way. And you guys know I've talked about that, being kind of my base case price target here. At least one of them going into the summertime, and we're close to that now. We're just a stone's throw away, about 10 points, 10, 15 points. So they could easily get it here in the next 30 minutes if they want to. But again, I know I've hammered this home multiple times really lately, but breadth is not a good reason to be short the market. And we've been seeing this stuff almost every day, and I comment on it in here almost every day. The historical chart, this and that. Breadth is the worst since 2008. Breadth is the worst since 1929. Breadth is worst. So you're telling me that if anything, that's a contrarian sign that breadth is close to capitulation, and the 493 could catch up here at any time. And look at today here. Does breadth look bad to you on a day where we're having a massive up move? And this massive up move is happening because people are shorting because of breadth. 360 advancers versus 142 decline. That's not bad. And meanwhile, technology via the triple Qs here is very extended and overbought. The spiders are not so much. If we look at the SPX, we essentially, we consolidated for 3-4 weeks, right? So you got a pop and then, a 1, 2, 3 pullback, and now you're bidding up. So, looking at the weekly, really nothing wrong with that. Maybe on the daily, it looks like we're just going vertical, but we're really not. We had a nice flag pattern. I talked about that in this morning's video. I didn't think we'd break out this quickly, but, looking at the ES, nice little, bull flag there, and it's a good impulsive break. So really no problems here, save for, technology, which is very extended, specifically this, semiconductor space. But guess what? NVIDIA is only up 0.25% today, so it is not doing the leading. You've got stocks like Netflix, Tesla, kind of leading the market right now. Microsoft is making new highs. But again, Mag 7 this, Mag 7 that. Yeah, but when you consolidate for 4 months, you can go higher. When you look at an Apple, this is a blow-off move. Is it? Because the monthly just flagged for a full year. So there, it's having breadth. Like, yes, we use that as it's a tool, but just breadth for, by itself, you have to have other factors. There's got to be other technical factors. A sell signal, if you got an engulfing candle on heavy volume, it's something to keep in the back of your mind. But we've been hearing breadth this, breadth that since October of 2022. Outside of the first few months, really, right? Up until March in the banking regional bank crisis, crisis that lasted 4 days. That's where, it's been over a year now that breadth has been a thing. So, if you're just shorting on the way up, you just lost generational wealth. So I know I keep hammering home, but I'm trying to help you guys out here because I keep hearing about this all day long. And, I would be more worried if people weren't talking about it. If I saw breadth as bad as it is and nobody was saying anything, that I'd actually worry. But because it keeps getting hammered home, we're just going to keep going higher. And that's really just how it works here. Until, when they start being quiet about it, then I'm going to start really aggressively starting to take profits. Still taking profits on the way up here, just risk management. But, just important to understand that. You got to have technical reasons. Poor market breadth is not one of them. And it's not even a technical factor. It's just something that gives you a gauge of the strength of the market. But again, like I said, if it really is at historic lows, then what do you think is going to happen if Nvidia finally stalls out? So just keep that in mind. And bull markets are built on doubt, right? They're built on fear, uncertainty, doubt. We know that. And as long as people keep doubting it, it's going to go higher. When people stop doubting it, that's when it actually tops out. So in any case, market's still acting well here. 55 is our next target. We do have expiration tomorrow because Wednesday we have off, obviously. So that could invite a little bit of weakness into the tape here as we get closer to expiry. Who knows? Maybe we get pinned to 5,500 by the end of the week. I didn't think we'd really get through 5,550 even this week at all, honestly. But really good move. Now the Qs, they are over 3 standard deviations above the 20 MA. So they do need to pull back. If they don't, then we could go into blow-off mode, but we're not there yet. So just keep that stuff in mind. And as long as there's still a ton of doubters, I think we can still go higher. That doesn't mean we can't have pullbacks. Doesn't mean we can't consolidate. But we did pull back for almost a month, and now we're breaking out. So good price action here. IWM here gapping down, going green. So you can't talk about breadth today. The Dow up 65 bips as well, and trying to work on a higher low. If we can get a higher high, the Dow can really start to inch up too. And again, I hear a lot of stuff like, oh, the Dow's not making new highs. The Dow doesn't need to. It's a blue chip. You want the NASDAQ leading. You don't need the Dow to lead. But even so, I mean, again, I got a lot of lines on here, but I mean, we're just doing monthly backing and filling. It's not like people are acting like the Dow is crashing. It's just going sideways. There's really nothing wrong with that. So in any case, SMH here up again. Again, maybe trying to leave another hanging man. I don't love it. This one that we had last week was kind of small, and obviously it didn't amount to anything. The SMH, I will say, is getting very stretched. You are starting to get parabolic on the weekly. You've been parabolic on the monthly. We know that's unsustainable. I did a short video, a YouTube short on this today, and I think IGV could be the next sector. So very nice bull pattern there. Some people want to call it a cup and handle. I don't really like calling it that, but nice bull flag there on the weekly, and that looks like it's getting ready to go. So if we get a rotation out of semis, I think this is the tech sector that could help kind of pick up the slack, because obviously Broadcom, right? Broadcom and Nvidia, if they come in, they make up so much weight of the SMH and the Qs. That would weigh down on the sector. But if IGV is outperforming, and if Elon comes back, and I think another one that's poised to make new all-time highs is Netflix, you get those to kind of pick up. They can offset that. So just be aware of that stuff. Keep those on the radar. I like IGV too. Dow Transport's here again, red to green day. And, working on, we talked about this. I liked the candle last Friday. May have sucked in some shorts there. Still got a lot of work to do, but good price action there. So good recovery. All right, let's flip over to rates here. And 2-year continuing higher. Again, that level's holding really nicely. So 4.7, still hanging on, has not broken. It did break technically. We closed below it on the weekly. But it's still being firm, and I expect that to be how rates are. So they're gonna do backing and filling, but they're gonna be firm. 10-year got to 4.2. It's getting a bounce. We'll see what it does here. Then the 30-year again got to my level as well. I did not play rates. I just don't. I'm not seeing that advance happen just yet. Possibly later this year, but rates still holding up even when they're backing off a little bit. XHB here up 80 cents. And a good test. We got back inside of the wedge. Tested it Friday, and now a good day today. So good to see that kind of follow through there. And XHB is all right now. VNQ, one of the only weak sectors today, really. If we go back to the heat map, just real estate, utilities, and a little bit of healthcare on the weaker side. But XLV is actually almost back to green now. But again, Up move, pop into the trend line, pull back. If it can just stay firm and consolidate this, it can break out too. So this sector too gets interesting, right? It was beaten down big time all the way throughout 2023. It was one of the worst performing sectors. And yeah, if it can get back above that, maybe get back to 90. So we'll keep REITs on watch. XLF up 37 basis points. In danger. Bears are in danger here, right? I told you guys head and shoulders on the daily. You look at it, you acknowledge it, but when the weekly is not confirming, you go with the weekly. Defer to the more dominant time frame until proven otherwise. And this is in danger of failing if we can get a close above that. If we were to close right here, we'll just defer till tomorrow. We'll give it one more day because it's like right on the line. But just be aware of that. KRE also red to green day, and then the KBE red to green good outside move. That can negate the head and shoulder with a close above here. And again, weekly chart, bullish inside bar, not confirming the bear daily pattern. Broker dealers with a nice day today. Again, just got close to that 50 MA. I was looking for it to get to 610, didn't quite get there. But again, red to green on a lot of these things. Healthcare as well. Basically, red to flat, we'll call it. All right, over to commodities here. Oil having a good day. So good move for oil, and really broke out towards the afternoon. Yeah, it was kind of quiet in the morning. Up move, sideways, and then pop. Here it is. Here's the big 80 handle again. And that's been a tough level for oil for the last month and almost 2 months now. So we'll see if that can continue squeezing. Again, a lot of shorts down there, and I picked it up pretty much at the lows. I did not, hold it. I wish I did, but yeah, good move for oil. It's back above the 50 EMA and back above all the moving averages. So good move there for oil, and I don't know. Say the next level is 82. By the way, this head and shoulder pattern did play out to target, overshot it by a little bit. Now, it'll be interesting to see if that trend line becomes resistance on the way back up. So we'll be watching that. XLE, I really like that a little bit lower. Got some numbers already worked out. XOP basically got there. Actually, yeah, it did essentially. Maybe it could go a little bit further. And then OIH with a good bounce today too. I wouldn't rule out one more little leg down in these though. CCJ down 50 cents. And URNM down 16 cents, so nothing really wrong with those. Big picture, they're still fine. Nat gas, that was lower today by 8 cents, so that took a pretty good hit. Gap down, we'll see if that goes and fills that. But I have no trade on this right now. Nothing really I'm interested in with nat gas at the moment. Dollar index backing off, very strong finish last week, though, on Friday. Looks good. And this if this can just stay firm here, consolidate, it's going towards this trend line. And if you get above that, back to the weekly there, this has some serious legs. So dollar still holding up. Gold backing off here. Again, still has daily bear flag action. Again, right there. Again, just remember that the weekly is just bullish. So be aware of that. Silver also trying to work on another daily higher low there. It's holding the 50 MA. Again, you hit it 1, 2, 3 times and you're getting a bounce off of it. I still think it's got more consolidation to do, but it's holding up right now. Platinum with a really good bounce. Never got to my level. It could still go down for that. And then palladium here could still go down for double bottom. I think it will. And then copper here touching 440. I still like it lower though. Bitcoin again. So just chopping around. And again, you're going to see here, over the weekend, I should say on Friday, we never closed below 66. 66 and $4 really. So technically, that breakup bar low is intact, even though we've wicked through it a few times. It's holding up. And again, one thing that I have, and by the way, ETH here, trying to work on a little higher low as well. That's probably going to stay bid into the ETF, which I think is the first week of July. But look at the Bitcoin equities here. So Coinbase up 0.5%, MSTR up 1.4. Look at Mara. Look at CleanSpark. I have this one up 7.7. So big move there. And again, even when Bitcoin was dipping down, these were not making lower lows. So I don't know, maybe that's telling us something, but Bitcoin's still holding up and still holding that green bar pattern. So, all right, market's closing about 13 minutes here. So they're going to walk us back from 5,500. Again, markets are bidding up here. We're in melt up mode. The Qs are very overbought. I would not rule out mean reversion at any given time, but until support breaks, market can go higher, and I still have us going higher throughout the summer. We've just basically essentially got to my minimum target here, which is at 5,500. So anyways, guys, going to wrap it up here. You guys take care. Come find me on carnivoretrades.com. I will see you guys all tomorrow.